Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to ask you. This is kind of off topic, and I didn't hear from you then. But what is your thoughts on Joe Biden being president?
Well, I hope that it doesn't come to pass. Okay, because first of all, he's showing clearly the beginning signs of senility, and this will be a very terrible, dark turning point in American history, where on a national level, one political party acted like communist thugs and stole an election. Because we have massive voter fraud that went on in a number of these swing states, and there's ample evidence to indicate voter fraud. But because we have a complicit news media that is completely ignoring that, when we're in a very dark period, okay, and if this is not successfully challenged, this is going to give a green light to the Democratic Party in the United States to cheat in elections for the foreseeable future. The fact of the matter is, the news media, including now Fox News, because Rupert Murdoch is not in control anymore, are in collusion with the cheating Democratic Party. Donald
They're
Trump won
propaganda. They're not
Donald
cheating.
Trump won the election. Now, clearly, the malfeasance that went on in a number of these states did not happen independent of each other. There had to have been collaboration and planning behind it. But
Do you
we'll
think it
see.
should?
I'm not going to predict who's going to be inaugurated on, what is it, January 20th or 21st. Okay. But the point is, if Joe Biden is inaugurated or is not eventually removed from office, through the courts, then the United States is in a very dark period.
Darth Dawkins, what's your thoughts on Joe Biden?
Big fan,
I,
huge
I,
fan.
I think the guy is a corrupt politician. I think he's showing the beginning signs of senility. He has no business even being a local dog catcher. Even if he wasn't being, even if he wasn't showing signs of the onset of senility at 78 years of old, I still think he would be unfit to be the president of the United States. I've been following his career for 40 years, and he's always been an incompetent boob. If you
And
know anything about you, he has a
what
long
about
he has a
Kamala Hussein Harris? Just kidding. You know,
she's
Kamala, she's in
she's
Michigan
crooked.
telling Muslims that she supports them. If she gets in, she'll support them. So we can look forward to more terrorist attacks in America on her watch.
Yeah, yeah, she's a total disreputable person. But Joe Biden has, he's been in the Senate since he's been 29. He's run for the presidency any number of times and has miserably failed every time. He's been caught plagiarizing and lying so many times it isn't funny. And the news media has been covering this up. If Donald Trump had one quarter of the baggage that Joe Biden had, they would be harping on it day and night, day and night. I mean, just imagine that, uh, you know, um, Donald Trump's sons were getting lucrative $1 million deals because daddy was president or vice president, and Donald Trump was getting a cut, and we recovered one of their hard drives. I mean, the news media would report this morning, noon, and night, but they don't do it. The news media, and now I can include Fox News, with the exception of Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, Darth.
All of the major news outlets are totally corrupt now, right?
Yep, it's right. I mean, they're
They're
calling the
no,
election. They're
they
calling
are,
the election before all the votes are even counted, and the
yeah,
Electoral
yeah,
College
yeah,
hasn't even voted yet,
yeah,
which happens in December
right.
14th. So,
That's right.
I mean,
They're totally corrupt. They are now working on behalf as an arm of the Democratic National Committee.
can you say socialist communist?
Yeah,
What do you think of Donald Trump?
wait, hold on a second. A distinction with no difference. You know. So, but
Exactly.
the point is, Trump's legal team has I believe, based upon what I have been on purpose avoiding all news and discussion about this because I'm so outraged at how corrupt the Democrats are that they would try to steal the election, as they have a long history of doing in the past in localized elections. But right now, maybe I'm wrong, okay? I believe that Trump's legal team has an exceptionally good case to show that there's illegal corruption in numerous states. How about, for example, there was a glitch that happened in software that changed thousands and thousands of votes from Trump to Biden in several states, and it all happened at the exact same time. Ooh, how'd that happen?
Oh my.
Okay,
How did that
so
happen?
so the point
It's a
is
mystery.
how could, I mean, there are so many, there's such a cumulative case for this, it isn't funny. This is not sour grapes.
What
How
about the Postmaster General backdating the
Oh, I
ballots
know.
that were turned
Yeah,
in November 4th, right?
yeah,
He gave an order. He's been busted, given an order to backdate him to
yeah.
November 3rd. And
Now,
USPS,
how
some workers found dumping ballots in the garbage, some burning them. Come on, man. Corruption,
how
corruption, corruption. Where's the
how did the
media?
Republican Party, not, as far as I know, and I'm willing to be corrected on this stuff, okay? So, I'm not omniscient, but how is it that the Republican Party didn't lose any seats, gain seats, and yet Donald Trump lost? I mean, this is just not conceivable, okay? We have multiple reports from multiple states of eyewitnesses reporting egregious election corruption, throwing away Trump votes. So
Yes,
I believe I'll just say, I won't harp on it anymore. I believe that Donald Trump is in an excellent legal position to challenge this, and that
most definitely.
I think right now, and I could be wrong, I think Trump is more likely to come out of this as the president on January 20th or 22nd, whenever he's sworn in, than Joe Biden. And to me, everyone who is
God
overjoyed
willing.
that Joe Biden, yeah, God willing, everybody who's overjoyed that Joe Biden, quote unquote, is the president elect, which is a joke in and of itself. They know the man is incompetent at his age. The man couldn't even campaign. Any campaign events that he did show up to, okay, he would quickly flee and wouldn't talk to the press. This is not somebody who should be your local dog catcher.
So help you God?
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.